rally in Wisconsin earlier this week, was back to his usual attack lines, even as he called for an end to the politics of personal, although the former president was careful to not mention Trump by name. He said the character of our country is on the ballot in the first midterm election since Trump took office. Obama cited a recent Trump comment that he would pass a tax cut before the November election. Obama then told the crowds in high school gymnasiums that Congress isn't even in session before the election. He just makes it up. Security is tight in southern Kandahar for parliamentary elections that were delayed 1 week following an attack by an elite guard who killed two top government officials, including a powerful police chief. Independent Election Commission Deputy Spokesman Aziz Ibrahimi says voting began at 7 a.m. Saturday at 1,113 polling stations to elect 11 parliamentarians from a state of 111 candidates. The Kandahar governor's spokesman says major roads throughout the province were closed to all vehicles except those with prior security clearance. The roads will reopen after polls close at 4 p.m. Preliminary results of nationwide voting for Afghanistan's 249-seat parliament are not expected before mid-November. A Palestinian official said Egypt is currently in contact with the leadership of his group in Gaza to restore calm in the Gaza Strip. Dawood Shihab, spokesman of the Islamic Jihad, the second largest militant group in Gaza after Hamas, said in a press statement that leaders of the group told Egypt that the Islamic Jihad is committed to calm as long as Israel is committed to it. He said the group's leaders in Gaza received a telephone call from senior Egyptian security intelligence officials, and both sides talked about stopping launching rockets from Gaza into Israel. Shihab said the Islamic Jihad leaders held Israel fully responsible for killing innocent civilians who participated in recent peaceful marches of return. Israeli aircraft struck dozens of militant sites across the Gaza Strip as militants fired some 30 rockets into Israel in the heaviest exchange of fire between the bitter enemies in several weeks. The fighting followed a bloody day of border protests in which Israeli forces shot and killed 4 Palestinians protesting along the perimeter fence dividing Hamas-ruled Gaza and Israel.
Hello.
Welcome back. Oh, shoot. Welcome back.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Quick
I love that song.
Yeah.
Great song.
Good song.
So-
Okay. So we're going to be talking about music for the first part of our radio session. And, okay, how old are you guys right now? Like, I'm 16.
16.
Okay, so we're all
and
16.
6 months.
And, okay, let's take a look at the top 100 for the Billboard charts and see how many we know.
Of what, this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. First up.
Alrighty. I probably know more from like 2011.
Okay, let's say if more than half of us know it, then it can count as a
Is a point.
as
So
a
if
point.
3 people know it, then it
Is-
counts.
No, if
Two
what
people
about
know
if
it?
2
Ah.
people know it, then
yeah,
it counts.
2 people know it counts as a point.
Yeah.
Point.
Okay.
So essentially, what we're doing is we're going to
Point.
compare how many we know from today's Billboard top charts
to
to
2011, same week.
2011.
Yeah. Okay.
Great era.
So, first song, "Girls Like You."
Yes,
Oh,
it's-
Yeah,
I know it.
So we all know.
Okay. Next song, ZZ. I don't know it.
I love that
What
song.
the-
No, it's
No.
actually crap.
Really? Who's it by?
Travis Scott, Kodak
Okay. Well,
Black,
that doesn't count.
Okay, we don't know
and
that one.
Next
Offset.
up, "Lucid Dreams." I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juice
I
WRLD.
don't know this
Great
one.
song.
Okay.
Mhm.
Next
1
up,
year ago.
"Better
came out.
Now."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post Malone. Nice.
Next up,
Kind of.
Mia or MIA? I don't know.
No.
MIA.
I don't know
know
that.
it.
No.
Nah.
I don't know
Wait. The song is called Mia. Or is
Oh.
it the artist?
The song.
I can't. Take
I have
your
no
accent
idea what it
seriously.
is.
We're doing
Yeah,
this
I
out of
don't-
50, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up, "Happier." Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know
Wait,
this
no,
one.
I don't.
Ed
I have
Sheeran?
no idea what that is.
No, Marshmallow.
I know this one.
Oh, Marshmallow. Yeah.
I
He's a
don't know.
Good, good
Okay.
EDM DJ.
"Sicko Mode."
You all said lose
Travis
the accent,
Scott.
Taryn.
No, I'm not losing.
I don't
it.
know
You're-
Yeah, I know.
Sicko
He's
Mode.
gonna
losing
he's
it.
gonna continue for
Okay,
the whole
next.
ride.
No,
Sicko
no.
Mode.
Comments can
Sicko
choose
Mode.
what accent they want me to do. Tell.
Sicko,
Oh, yeah,
I
what
know that.
accent-
I know that. Who's
What
Tell
that?
me.
accent do you want Taryn to put
I
on?
can't do some. but
Okay.
I can try.
I tried
Drip-
getting a
drip
New
too
Zealand
hard.
accent. What?
No way.
Drip. I don't know that.
What?
Oh, no, I don't know. I barely know any now.
Okay, next.
Let's do top 20. Okay. Young Blood. I know that.
Oh yeah.
No.
Can we do
Okay.
25?
Wait, I don't know
Sure.
if I know.
"Shallow." I don't know that.
No.
Who's
What
it?
was that?
I've literally no
Who's
idea.
that?
It's Lady Gaga.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Okay.
Time's up.
Trip.
Nope.
I
Trip
don't know
by who?
that.
Trip by.
Ella.
What the?
Who's
No.
Ella?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay.
You're not
On
gonna.
the
Next up,
okay.
"I Like It."
Yeah,
Cardi
we
B.
all know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Cardi.
Yeah,
know
that
that.
song was overplayed. No more.
Yeah, but we all know it. Okay.
Time's
Next up, "Natural" by Imagine. That's
Oh, I know
always
this
on.
one.
I know it. Yeah.
I just
I know
don't know.
"Love Lies." I know
Yeah.
it.
No.
That's 2
Yeah.
of you. That counts, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. "In My Feelings." I know
Yes.
it. Obviously.
Keep-
Six God. Great.
Taki Taki. I
No, that's not
don't know
happening.
that.
That's pretty tacky.
I just
Oh.
don't know that. "Taste." Yeah, I know that. song.
Offset. Tiger.
Yeah.
Do you guys know
Good
this?
song.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do.
Get a taste. Taste. That's that song.
Yeah,
You guys know that?
No.
Yo, wait.
Okay. "Fifi." I don't know it.
What the-
Yo, what? 6ix9ine.
No.
Come on.
Rapper
Okay,
69?
next.
No, I don't.
Next.
6 I know.
it's like it's with Nicki Minaj.
Okay,
No.
"God Is a Woman." I know
Yeah.
that.
I only want no
That we have. Wait, how many have you said?
We have one more.
Wait, are we doing
Uno
25?
mas.
20. No, 20.
25.
Mazel
We'll
tov.
just do 25. Okay.
Hazam.
Next up,
Shabalak.
"Nonstop." I don't know that.
No.
Drake, come on.
No.
It's like a, just
No,
a rolling
don't know.
stop. Watch.
Yeah.
No.
Next
Never
up,
stop.
"Mo Bamba." I don't
Check
know.
West. Let's like I got home.
I don't know it.
Okay, I only know it because Mateo
Calling.
suggested it. So
Okay.
do I count
Fi-
that?
No.
Okay, I'm
Five
not
No,
more.
doing
that
that.
counts. That counts.
No, it
That
I only
doesn't.
learned about it today.
Yeah, add the point.
Bruh, that does not
No.
count.
It counts.
Next up, "East Side." I don't know that.
Mo
Oh, this is the
Bamba.
one with Halsey, right?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know
no,
that.
That's with who
Khalid?
Khalid. Yeah, I know.
Okay,
No.
"Without
Khalid.
Me." I
No
also
more
don't know
Does
Khalid.
that
that.
count?
Khalid.
No.
No more.
He's going to clock it.
What is "Without Me"?
No.
Is that by
It's you
Eminem?
without me.
I don't know that. What about
Is it by
um,
Eminem?
What about "Back to You"?
Oh, I know
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, I know that. And then
Which
last
one's
one,
this one
like Selena.
by?
Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up,
Is that
"Boot
the
Up."
13 Reasons Why?
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, I know Boot Up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so out
Yeah.
of 25, we know 13 songs.
That's kind of sad.
Taryn, Marcus
Okay.
requested for an Indian accent.
Okay, that's not happening. yeah, but
I think you should do
nah.
it. I mean,
Nah.
Yeah,
embrace it, man.
come on.
Marcus, switch it.
Embrace the
Okay,
race.
so now that we've done that, I'm gonna be explaining when and how music became like a badge of identity for youth and teenagers. So basically, well, in America, in World War II, after World War II, there was a large increase in economic growth. So younger people had more free time and less jobs were demanded. This meant that teenagers began to start owning their own cars, radios, record players.
Hippies.
Yeah. And in turn, they started buying the records that they wanted, which added a new demographic towards marketing industries to target teenagers in music. The outcome of this was what is now pop music. In the 50s, Elvis Presley was the first pop god, pop sensation, and this resulted in one of the first big generation gaps between teenage culture and their parents, which was quite a rebellious era for youth. Rock and roll started to develop in late 50s, and it was called the devil's music for influencing the youth to stray away from the culture before.
The devil's music.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
actually called the devil's
What are we,
music.
Satan's spawn?
And then the Beatles continued this rock and roll pop phase in the 60s, and from the 70s onward, technology has really created new
Hip-hop.
complications. Yeah, hip hop, and also new
Gangsta rap.
new ways to reach the
The Dog,
audience. And
Easy, them boys.
yes,
my
true.
God.
NWA.
And music has become a defining developmental factor for teenagers. So pop music, we can all agree that pop music sounds better when we're younger than now. We can relate more. We have a special
I
place
think
in our heart for the 2000 engines.
Just easier
right?
for you to appreciate
Yeah.
the music.
Yeah. But I feel like still, as of right now, we're still in
Yeah.
very much immersed in the the
Exactly.
pop music culture.
This
But
is
by the time we're 30, we're not gonna. I feel like we're not gonna enjoy the
I
music.
feel like
as
the
much.
music right now, it's harder for me to enjoy because I have to listen to it multiple times before I
Yeah,
really get
same.
into it.
a New York Times article written this year conducted a study using Spotify data, investigating how the year you're born influences the music you listen to. And the strongest adult musical preferences are strengthened at an average of 13 for females and 14 for males. But between the ages of 11 and 14 for females and 13 to 16 for males. So the consensus is that if you love it as a teen, you'll most likely love it forever. And in the early 20s, it's half as influential in determining lasting music tastes in comparison to the early teens. Daniel Levitin, who wrote a book about music and psychology and brain,
Samantha Lowe.
shout out,
Shout out to us.
Big ups.
wrote, 14 is a sort of magic aid for the development of music taste. Puberty hormones make everything we're experiencing, including music, seem very important. We're just reaching a point in our cognitive development, when we're developing our own tastes, and musical tastes become a badge of identity. So the music does not need to be popular. It's just, if you're listening to, it just becomes a significance to you if you're listening to it, in the ages I mentioned.
I feel like anything you experience at that age is
Yeah.
very significant.
Yeah, it's really a big
So let's look at
year
the
of growth.
let's look at the top
Personality
charts
defining.
from
We went to
2011.
Hunter for a whole year.
Yeah.
The same
It's pretty
the same
fun.
week, same week of this week, but 2011.
So that's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
we're just gonna compare.
We're gonna
how
see
many we
how
know.
many.
Let's
songs
see
we
how
know
many we
that.
know. Okay, first
How old
Siete
were we?
más.
We were what, 9?
7.
9?
year
9,
7,
10.
year 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 9, 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
9
se-
or 10.
No, that's 5 and 6. You're 5 and 6.
Yes.
Yeah, year 7 for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
8.
Right.
Okay. First Someone Like You. We all know it.
Oh, some like Adele.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't
Yeah.
know.
Are you serious?
Okay, come on.
What is?
Karen.
Okay,
I
well, 3 of
will
us know
not
it. It counts.
Think but the best
Okay.
for
Next
you.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Moves
that
Like
one.
Jagger.
Yeah.
Wait,
Maroon
who's that by?
5. Yeah, those are the days.
Okay. Next
what?
up.
Maroon 5.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Pumped Up Kicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Next up.
That's not a lit song. but
Sexy
yeah.
and I Know It.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sexy
LMFAO,
and I
that's
know
pretty-
it.
Yeah. Next up. Stereo Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Like the.
My hearts. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then We Found Love.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. We found love in a
The one with
world.
Calvin Harris and Rihanna.
We found love.
I
Okay.
can't believe
whatever.
that was
you
7
guys
years
lost
ago.
me at Calvin
Okay. Next up, Without You by
Yeah.
David Guetta.
Like the one with Usher.
Yeah, I can't. I know
Yeah,
that.
that one was good.
Next up, You Make Me Feels. I don't know. It's cut off. You make me Feel.
How does it go?
Actually, I don't know it.
By who?
Maybe if I heard it, I'd know it.
Who is
Cobra Starship.
Maybe
Yeah,
Like
that.
starships were meant to fly. That
No.
one.
No.
Okay, so that's one that we don't know. Party Rock Anthem. Yeah.
Yes.
Young, Wild and Free. I know
Yeah.
that.
How does it
So
go?
we get drunk.
Yeah.
That was 7 years ago.
So we smoke weed.
I
Okay.
thought it was like 3 years ago.
Next up, You and I, Lady Gaga. I don't know it.
Oh.
Actually.
Wait,
I know this one.
wait, how does it
Like
go?
the you and I. Like the no.
No.
Okay.
Every time.
I
Next
love
up,
it.
In the Dark. I literally have no idea what that song is.
No. Oh, is it Light It Up?
No.
Oh.
Next up, Super Bass. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know
I used
that.
to know the lyrics to this song.
Same.
Like, all
And
of
then
them.
Give Me Everything by Pitbull.
Oh, I know this one.
Give me everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay, next up,
Chris Brown.
Headlines by Drake.
No.
I
Oh
don't know
yes,
it.
I do.
How does it go?
I don't remember, but I know the song.
Okay.
Well, I don't count.
Next up, Lighters. I just don't know that. Okay, next up, It Girl. I know
Oh,
that.
I love this one.
Yeah,
What?
it's good.
You
You
can
can
be
be
my
my
it girl.
Okay, time's up now.
Okay, next up,
Time's up now.
Good Life.
Scottish accent.
Good Life.
Go.
Good
Okay,
life.
you
No, no,
and
One-
Marcus
One
requested.
Republic.
Alright.
No.
I don't know it. Next
yeah, I
up,
can't do that.
She Will and How to Love by Lil Wayne. I don't know either of
What's
Lil
those.
this?
Wayne.
Okay,
Uproar.
next up,
Good
Mr.
song.
Saxo Beat.
Oh,
Yes.
How does that go?
yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Mr.
it, but how does it
Saxo
go?
beat.
Like
It's
it's,
like the
Dun,
saxophone
dun,
one.
it's like trumpet sounds.
Next
sort of.
up, I don't. God Gave Me You. I don't
know this
that.
one.
I
Is
just
it by,
don't
like,
know
this
that.
really-
Blake Shelton.
No.
Oh wait, no. I
Okay,
don't know
next
this
up,
one.
Rolling in the Deep.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
How do you not know that?
Okay,
Adele, bro.
Come on.
I just didn't listen
rolling
to
in the
much
deep.
Adele.
what? It was even an S. No, it wasn't.
Jing,
Never
sing it,
mind.
sing it.
Yeah.
We could have had it all.
Okay.
No.
I don't
Rolling
know.
in the deep. I'm not gonna sing
Okay,
'cause that's
next up,
atrocious, no.
Mr. Know It All by Kelly Clarkson. I know that.
No.
It was in the Now That's What I Call Music thing. The CDs.
I feel like I know that.
Mr. Know It All. No, no.
Kelly
Yeah.
Clarkson.
Okay,
Okay.
no.
Last one,
How about
5
your
O'Clock
accent?
by
It's still
T-Pain.
there.
No.
I don't know that.
Who?
Okay, T-Pain.
Wait, what was the song?
5 o'clock.
T-Pain.
Yeah.
You know it?
No, I don't.
T-Pain
Three
is
of us
a-
don't.
Wait, T-Pain.
Okay, so how?
now.
What's the scores?
T-Pain.
14.
14.
So it's only one more than the previous one.
Well, truly, we're not.
Oh.
Wait,
that
do you want to do a
much.
comparison of an even older one? Like 2008?
I feel like
maybe?
that's when we were
No,
only
we're
like
not.
6.
I
don't-
think 2013 we would move.
Do you
know the
guys
most.
remember like
Yeah.
all the lyrics to Pop Anthology?
Yes.
I really
Yeah,
remember.
Pop Danthology
Danthology.
2011.
2012.
Wait,
Eleven.
why don't we do 2012?
Do you remember DJ Earworm or whatever?
Yes, it was.
Do you want to
DJ
do a
good.
comparison with 2012?
Isn't that wait? That's what we're doing.
This is 2012.
Yeah.
Wait, when did Pod Anthology
Wait,
end?
is it not
I thought-
2011?
2013. Oh
That-
no,
Oh,
14,
2012.
14.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
sad.
let's
That
look
was,
at a
like,
few
big
from
part.
2012 because we do have a weather and government announcement break at around 7:40,
Yeah, so it'll take
7:35.
another. Yeah, and then we can talk about our second topic after the break.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to 2012. Time travel. Okay, wait, it's loading. Yeah. Okay. First up, One More Night by Maroon 5. Yeah, I know
No.
that. Do you know
yeah,
it?
the
Yeah.
Wait, sing it. Sing
yeah, baby, give me one more night. And it goes like.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
Next up,
I-
Gangnam Style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
was like
clearly.
That's iconic.
that was 6 years ago.
Some Nights by Fun.
Yes.
Yes.
We Are Never
Passion in
Ever
my
Growing Up.
backlog.
We Are Never Ever Growing Up. I mean, never ever getting back together.
Okay.
Getting back together. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Who was that by?
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Okay.
Okay, Die Young.
By Kesha. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I used to
What?
love Kesha.
And then,
Kesha's great now. Have you listened to her new album?
guys,
No, I
Black
thought
Eyed
she was
Peas has
irrelevant. It's
died.
pretty good.
You know, I went on to new releases and they've released an album, and I just didn't even know they were still together.
Yeah.
They weren't. But then, like, they just.
Oh,
wanted to get
okay.
Some more cash, I think.
Okay. Too close. Like, is it the one that's like
Who's it
na,
by?
na, 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 na,
Who's it
na, like
by?
a waterfall?
Uh-huh.
Alex Clare.
Okay, time's up. That's
No.
out.
What does that even mean?
Okay. Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Rihanna.
What?
Rihanna.
What?
How do you-
Diamonds in the sky.
Oh, the one where everyone
Shine
was
bright
joking
like
about
a
because
diamond.
diamonds don't shine.
They reflect.
Yeah, they reflect. Yeah, okay, I remember.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let Me Love You by Neo.
Yeah.
Let me
What?
love you.
Until
Oh
you
yeah, that was in
learn.
Pop Anthology. Yeah.
That's so
Okay.
good.
Blow Me One Last Kiss.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Blow me one-
There's
There's gonna be so much footage of us just like badly singing songs.
Oh no, I hope no one actually.
Wait.
Oh,
do
that's
you
a
want to
Pop
continue
Anthology
reading?
as
Let
well.
me.
Yeah.
See, I heard you were. Yeah, okay, I remember.
I like how you refer to Pop the Anthology.
Uh,
Wait, Sophie. I
Yo,
think-
Cheryl,
what's
get off
next?
your phone. Hold on.
Shut up, Derek.
What's next?
Don't Wake Me Up by Chris Brown.
Don't wake
Oh,
me
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Wait, no, it's
It's a but I know which one you're talking
yeah. I was thinking I
The-
think
the
David Guetta
Avicii one?
Yeah, the Avicii. Good Time by
Jasmine said we should
Owl
listen
City,
to
Carly
John
Rae Jepsen.
Legend's new Christmas album.
about. Okay.
John Legend's such a legend.
You
Ooh.
know his album's called like a legendary Christmas.
My gosh. he really pulled it out this time.
State of Grace by Taylor. No, I don't know
I
that.
don't know this one.
Lights by Ellie Goulding.
Wait, do you know
Oh,
State
yeah, I
of
know
Grace?
State of
Sophie.
Grace.
Okay. Lights by Ellie
Lights.
Goulding, yeah.
Who's Kirsten?
I only remember.
Mom, what do you think?
Your I don't know. Cousin.
Okay.
Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
yes. Everybody Talks by Neon Trees. That was iconic.
That was our
Everybody,
swim
yeah.
thing.
We did a dance to that like a couple years ago.
I don't remember.
Home by Philip Phillips.
Yes, because he
Oh,
won American
oh.
Idol.
Wait,
Wait,
how
so
You're
does it go?
saying
How
that
does
we
it
should
go? I
listen to
know.
I
K-pop.
know it.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, how does Home go? I know this one.
Home by Philip Phillips. I remember.
Oh yeah, I know that. Philip
Wait,
Phillips. What's it go like?
Isn't it like
Ah.
I Miss You or something?
No, I know it. I used to listen to it.
So do we count that?
Sure.
Clique
Yeah.
by Kanye West.
No.
Yeah.
I can't
I
remember.
know
The two
that.
of you know it?
And Big
Clique,
Sean.
Clique,
And Jay-Z.
Clique, Clique.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Whistle by Flo Rida.
Oh my god,
Yes.
yeah.
Flow Rider.
Florida.
No,
Yeah, isn't it Florida? But then you split into
No, because he's like a flow rider.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
I see what you mean now. Okay, okay.
Flow Rider.
50 Ways to Say Goodbye by Train.
Ooh,
No.
I know
Who's
this
Train?
one.
Hazel's sister.
Do you
What?
guys know
Also
this
the
one?
Hazel's
Drive-by, right?
sister. Yeah,
Yeah,
drive by.
Drive By.
Do you guys know
This is
50 Ways to
no.
Say Goodbye?
No. Blown Away by Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Who's that?
No, I don't know that.
I don't know that.
Oh.
Adorned by Miguel. Nope.
Who's that?
Let me adorn you. Okay.
I, don't
I
know
Knew You
that.
Were Trouble, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
iconic.
Who?
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift who?
No, wait, what song?
Wait, you know that?
I Knew You Were Trouble.
Oh, is that the one where she's like pounding like a concert floor?
And she goes,
Oh
The
yeah,
goat
and then
one,
the
the goat
goats.
meme.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
What? Okay. Next.
I Cry by Florida. Florida.
Florida.
By
Flow Rider.
Florida.
He's
Yeah.
a flow rider.
Florida.
Flow rider.
no.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Flow
Call Me
Rider.
Maybe. What an icon.
Wait, is it 25 already?
Conservatives.
Yeah. Call Me Maybe. We all know that.
We have 20.
Is
out
that
of
Carly Rae
25.
Jepsen?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2011 we have 14, 2012 we have 20, and today we have 13.
How old were we in 2012?
-2. That's 10. 10. Yeah.
Minus
around.
2?
What?
Well,
What do you... Wait.
Yeah,
you
no,
sound
like,
like
okay,
the girl
two-
from World Star Questions, and it's like, you know, like how many stars are in our American flag?
We're like...
No, I'm saying, oh my god, no.
We're
no.
like
2012. Like 2012 -2. That's 10 years old. Get it? Because that's how I do math in my head.
Oh, because we're
Because our
born in
age.
2002.
Yeah,
Oh,
2002.
okay. I was like...
Slash
bro,
late 2000.
Minus 2 from what? Like...
-2 from our age. That's
So-
10.
10 and 11.
Yeah, 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Those were the prime days.
Okay,
Alright, we're gonna
guys,
go.
we have a
5,
weather and government
4,
announcement now.
3,
Stay tuned.
2, 1.
Metro Plus, your radio weather.
Cloudy periods tonight, mainly fine and dry during the day tomorrow. Cooler in the morning and at night. The minimum temperature will be about 21 degrees in the urban areas and a couple of degrees lower in the new territories. The maximum temperature will be around 26 degrees tomorrow. Moderate north to northeasterly winds. Relative humidity stands at 63%. For the outlook, cooler in the morning and at night, and the following few days, fine and dry during the day. The yellow fire danger warning is in force. And that's the weather from your radio, plus 1044.
When out grave sweeping, wear a light-coloured long-sleeved shirt and trousers and apply mosquito repellent. We go grave sweeping to pay tribute to our ancestors. Keeping the environment clean also shows respect to them. Prevent mosquito breeding. Don't leave rubbish behind. Food containers, plastic bags, empty cans and buckets for burning offerings should be cleaned up. Before leaving, fill up the holes for incense sticks with sand. Cover the openings of vases with plastic to keep water out. Keep the environment clean during grave sweeping.
Back
Oh,
again.
Back.
Okay, that was Pristine
again.
by Snail Mail, suggested by Hannah on her recommendation.
Yeah,
account.
great song.
Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah.
Bamba.
Taryn, keep your accent. Okay. Okay, so moving on to our next topic, we're gonna talk about like stress relief because I don't know about you guys, but I was actually under a lot of stress throughout this
I have
week.
an assessment every day next week.
Really? Oh, that
Except for Monday,
sucks.
actually.
Like,
but still.
yeah.
Okay,
So,
so
like obviously like when you're stressed, like you need like a stress reliever, and some people meditate, some people exercise, like some people do yoga. Like, what do you guys like to do?
I just hang out with my cat and listen to music.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. You guys,
so I do sport like frisbee and stuff.
frisbee's not a
And-
sport. What?
And
Ooh.
volleyball. Okay, volleyball. And then at home, if I'm kind of stressed out, I'll like turn on Headspace or something.
Oh, is it actually good? I always
What's
see the
Headspace?
ads.
You know, like that meditation app.
I always.
There's like a
So like
blue
I've been
dude,
trying to
and
do
then
it
he's, like,
before I sleep every night,
there's
and
loads
it
of
Does it work?
songs.
it helps me like calm down, and then I
Wow.
get to sleep in like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like pretty good. Yeah.
Taryn, what about you?
I do nothing. I just soak it up.
You just suck it up and
Yeah. If you count sports, then yeah, sure, I do sports.
Sports is a stress.
yeah, or
reliever, I
like
think.
working out. Yeah.
I do a lot of sports.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Great.
yeah,
Cheryl
but, like,
does 8 sports a week.
no, I don't. Well, I wanted to, but I can't because I'm just not physically fit enough. And also, oh my god, I don't understand how like we can manage like a social life, academics, family life, service, sports, and sleep all in 24 hours
Well,
a
you
day.
don't-
You know,
You gotta sacrifice
You won't have to
some
manage
of them.
sleep if you don't sleep.
facts. But like so obviously like you have
I
to
don't
come
need
up with a
sleep.
good like time management schedule and like like
Jasmine, that's not
what
appropriate.
did she say? Oh my god, no. Anyways,
I'm pulling it up.
well, like for me, the main issue I have is like distractions, right? So I'll like, subconsciously just like scroll on Instagram like as I waste my time. So I've come up with like a good plan for myself. So I delete social media on the weekdays and I re-download it on Friday night and then I go on it during the weekend.
Like I would do that, but I have like 5 accounts on Instagram. It's such a
Yeah.
hassle to log into.
yeah,
all
I
of
mean, if you
them.
have good self-regulation, then like, you don't need that, but I need it because I'm pretty like,
What are
I'm-
you doing,
I'm not that
Taryn?
great.
Because they have a screen, so we don't have a screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so that's that. So yeah, how do you guys like control
Mm,
yourselves?
well, I deleted Instagram for the week, so I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
that was like because I was just feeling stressed out by Instagram, I guess, because
Yeah, I
was, first
get
of all,
that.
it wasn't making me, like, I wasn't working, and second, like, when you see people have like a good time and stuff, you're kind of like, oh, my life is so sad because I'm just here
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
So
I
I
know,
kind
right?
of just like deleted it.
I delete Snapchat like on and off.
Oh yeah. I
Like,
mean,
I don't
Yeah,
really use Snapchat.
Actually on and
like,
off.
dude, this is Sophie. It's so funny. She goes like 2 months like hardcore Snapchatting everybody, and then she goes like what, like 5 months like no Snapchat at all. It's so funny.
like,
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like cleanse and like.
I like get it
yeah.
all out and then I just stop.
oh, a good thing that you do to prevent yourself from going. on
Taryn,
those
how
apps
do you
all the
handle
time.
your
Wait.
stress?
Oh, it's okay.
Wait, no, you finish.
Oh, but like you can just turn the notifications off, so you don't.
Yeah,
see
no, I
them.
don't even have.
They have a new
notifications on my
mode on
phone.
the phone.
like night mode.
No, it's like you can restrict yourself from
like screen time.
Oh,
yeah,
I-
screen time.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
But I haven't tried
Mhm.
it.
Okay, Taryn.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
It's
good
hype.
answer.
Yeah, it's hype.
How do you manage your stress?
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all
Mhm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
It's hype.
Okay.
Let's continue this.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like the thing with like Snapchat is that like people often do without any reason. Like no, what I mean is that like you mindlessly like send pics of yourself or like the ceiling to your friends, but like you don't actually have a
Yeah, that's
you don't
so
need to
annoying.
talk to them about anything. So like I feel like if I delete those, then like people who I actually want to talk to, they can just like message me and like actually
True.
have a conversation, you know? yeah.
Okay. What are ways that you react to stress? Like physically reacting to stress.
Okay.
Taryn,
Okay.
you're getting crazy like audience involvement. You need
Okay.
to
Yeah,
answer
come
them.
on.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
Also,
because
where did
I'm
the
hype.
accent
Stop
go?
I
being
think
just
I answered
soak it
for
up.
him.
Like what
Oh,
do you,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
wait.
I think I'm hype.
Okay, I have a
That's fine.
question for you guys. How do you guys react to stress? Like physically? Like what are some like things
I don't really
that you can
I
take
get
under
angry
stress?
sometimes.
you get pimples. Actually, I don't.
Yeah,
get
true.
pimples.
I like
I get pimples.
sometimes
Even if
when
I
I'm
get
super
pimples, you
stressed.
can't see them.
Sometimes when I'm super stressed, I can't eat.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, real like that stress?
I don't know, like I don't feel stress like inside, but then like if I'm like underlying stress, it just makes me kind of lose my appetite.
Oh, really? I'm the opposite. I binge when I'm stressed. Like I'll actually like, binge food, and like I eat 5 lunches. Not the 5. I eat 5 meals a day because I eat 3 lunches, breakfast, 3 lunches, and then dinner.
My lunch.
Yeah, I used to. The funny thing is, in year 9, like I used to eat my friend Sophie and my friend Caitlin's lunch after my own lunch, which I would eat at snack time. Like, yeah.
Wait, Taryn, where's the accent?
Oh, which
Yeah.
accent? Which one?
Scottish accent.
Okay. Alright, it's just gonna stay like this.
How do you even do the accent?
I
tried
don't know.
getting-
I was actually born with this. Like, I can just do loads of them.
Can you do
Like, which
Indian?
one?
Please, just do Indian.
I'll do Indian for about 10 seconds.
Okay, go.
Okay, go.
Just ramble.
Ramble. Yeah.
Go off.
That was 10 seconds.
Oh
Taryn,
my
have
god.
you ever been to India?
No.
You've never been to India?
I don't really classify myself as an Indian.
I've officially been to India more times than Taryn, and I'm not Indian.
Yeah.
Fake Indian.
Wait, so
yeah,
do
I'm
you,
half Indian.
do you speak Hindi at home?
No.
You don't?
No,
At
we're
all?
not
So,
Hindi.
so how do you... Oh, you're not. I'm
You
sorry.
guys-
What do you
wait.
speak?
That's
Like, what is it?
You guys Sikh.
Yeah,
Yes,
see?
we're Sikh.
Oh, that's so,
So
cool.
that's... And we're Punjabi.
Wait.
So, like, those are the type of people that wear the turbans and stuff like that.
But like,
Like, Hindus don't wear turbans.
Oh,
But
so
as
do
these
you wear
do.
turbans
No.
at all?
But my uncles do.
Oh.
Well,
do
some
they
of
like
them do.
leave their hair like super long?
It's really...
Taryn,
it's,
can you
like,
rap?
so long. No. So it's really long. Like, it goes down to the, like...
Oh, that's so cool.
Because they're not allowed to cut their
Are
hair.
And
you,
so
uh,
when they clean it, because
yeah.
they don't clean it for, like...
Are you
a month.
religious?
So when
Are
they,
you
no,
really-
I'm not.
you're not?
religious. So when they
Okay.
clean it, they take off their like it's called a batka or like a turban, and then when they take it off, it's like so nasty because they've just been keeping it in a turban for a month, and it smells horrible.
All right.
But it's so
Alright.
hype.
That's a bit TMI.
Okay.
Pretty high.
It's pretty cool, like learning about your culture, Taryn.
Yeah.
Or your family's culture. Not really yours.
Sick.
Sikh.
Ooh, nice one, Cheryl.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was bad. Just ignore
Okay.
that.
Okay, cultures. Sophie, what's your culture?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really identify with like a
Culture.
strong sense of culture.
Anime.
I don't think you can be anime.
What?
Hype. Okay, what's your culture, Cheryl?
Anime.
No.
Sophie, that's you.
Oh my
Oh, I
god,
only know.
Sophie, anime.
What?
Orange.
What is wrong?
Wait,
Okay.
why?
Moving on.
It's fine. We're not gonna talk
Moving on. Barlet.
about. No one knows what that means.
Bar mitzvahs.
What?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I
Jing,
don't-
what's your culture?
Yeah, we're moving on, Jing.
I'm
What's your cul-
Chinese.
Me too.
Chinese.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, who would have guessed?
Who would have thunk it? Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're Chinese.
Do you speak Canto or Mandarin? at home?
Canto?
Oh, you know what? I actually never learned Canto.
Dude,
I learned it on
everybody
the
wants
street.
you to do your
Fine.
Indian
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah,
Street.
time's up.
Yeah,
It's
because I
not
speak
happening.
Mandarin and English.
Hmm.
Yeah, do your accent, Taryn.
Come
No.
on, please.
Just like,
Taryn,
I
come
said
on.
vodka. That's enough.
oh
What's
yeah,
baka?
that sounds pretty Indian.
It's like a. It's like here. I'll search it up. Actually, I don't even know what.
Baka. It's like is it the thing where they wear like they have like a little bun? Like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
front?
It's a bun.
So like basically they have like this little like bun thing at the front of their heads. What's going on? Oranges.
Guys, we need to talk. Stop looking at the chat. Hold
It's
on.
audience engagement.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
engaging
who's
with the
Bing
audience.
Cha Films?
Yeah, who is
Okay, yeah, I'm Canadian.
Oh, Canada. Okay.
Okay.
On another note.
Wait, how many anthems do you know? Because I'm trying to learn a lot.
Russian one.
Yeah, I wasted a
don't know.
lot
The
of time in year
S401
9.
anthem.
I wasted a lot of time in year 9 and I memorized like 3 anthems.
really?
Really? Which ones?
English, Canadian, and the German one.
You know the American anthem's created
and the
so that
American
normal
one.
people can't sing it because it's so hard to
Yeah,
sing.
I heard
What do
that.
you mean?
Yeah, because apparently like the
Oh, it's
vocal
super
range is
high,
like
right?
really wide.
Yeah.
It's like Oh, I'll
Wide.
say- Why can't you? I'm not even gonna try.
Oh,
Anyways, no, but
Oh, Cheryl, can you beatbox?
Okay, beatbox.
Beatbox?
while
I
Taryn's
love
doing it.
The
beatboxing.
dawns are
Okay.
Beatbox to
Okay.
him.
All right,
okay,
Sing
so
it,
How about you
Taryn.
sing and I'll beatbox?
Okay.
I
no.
love beatboxing.
Okay,
but you
go.
guys have make fun of me, okay?
Okay, go. Go.
You have to
go,
start, and
go.
then I have to get
Oh,
in.
see, can you see
Taryn, go.
by the dawn's
Stay on beat, dude.
early light what so proudly we hailed by the twilight.
You're not on beat, Taryn.
No, you gotta
Get
go
on the
like,
beat.
Time's up, Jeanette. It's time's up.
Oh, it is.
Time's up.
All
That's
right.
why you're saying
We have the
time's
news
up?
break soon.
Oh,
Soon.
Isn't that
It's
in like 9
approaching.
minutes?
It's approaching.
That's like
Follow
9
me on
minutes.
SoundCloud.
Oh my
No.
god.
Okay.
We're gonna have one episode of Campus Radio that's only Cheryl.
Yeah. Can I just beatbox for the entire time? I want to practice because Phoebe inspired me
guys
to
like an
beatbox, but I'm actually
ASMR
not.
episode?
Oh my god, let's have an ASMR.
We can have like, you know, like those like chip rappers and just go like.
Do you guys like this? I
Okay.
went through an ASMR
Seriously,
phase.
time's
Okay,
up.
okay.
What does that mean, Tara?
No.
Time's up. Like time's
Stop.
up.
The time is not up though.
No, time's up.
The news break is at
Like time's up.
Dude, it's
no. The news break is at 5. I mean at 8.
Yeah.
We have like
Yeah.
8
time.
minutes.
Time is
7
actually.
minutes, 40 seconds.
Time is actually not up.
Okay, back to stress. So,
Who's Kennedy McNelly Anta?
who are these people?
Time's up. Okay, let's go.
Stop. What are you What is that even?
Okay.
Clock's ticking, Sophie. Let's go.
Wow, that's really stressing me out. Let's talk about stress.
This is
True.
not my
Ooh.
section. Yarl.
Talking about stress will make you even more stressed. So we shouldn't talk about stress.
Then what should we do
We should try not to get stressed.
Do you have any tips?
for dealing with
Tips?
stress?
Didn't
You
we
can do some
go through
yoga.
I
We
hate
literally
yoga.
said-
No, yoga is so
I
nice.
hate
Like,
yoga.
no, you guys don't have to do fancy poses. Just do some downward dog and like some like child's pose.
I can't even touch my knees. I mean, toes.
Time's up. Get that flexibility on.
Are you
stop.
all right, Terry?
No, time's up is like, yeah, time is up. Like,
No.
It's not.
We don't understand.
it's not literally like time's up. Like, time's up.
Wait,
Like the
I'm kinda
time
lost.
is coming
What are you
up?
saying?
No, like, time's up. Just, like, you just have to get it. Like,
Is this like
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
like it's like in Mean Girls when the girl tries to make fetch happen. That's like
no,
Taryn right
time's
now.
up happened.
What's I don't get it.
Well, all the guys say time's up.
Okay, but like do
So-
any of us look like guys here? No.
Time's
God.
up.
You
That's
know,
just what I'm saying.
you know. Speaking of like slangs and all that, when people first started using the word like the term "send it," I used to like not understand. So I'd be like, "Send what? Like what? What do you want me to send?"
Dude,
You know
I
who
was so
created the
behind.
send it like
Who?
trend, right? Me, Finnemore, and like AG.
Okay.
What about
Yeah,
millennials?
no, you created. Dude, everyone in like outside of Hong Kong says it too. So it's not.
No,
you're
but
not,
we
like,
started in the school because
fair.
you know
Okay,
what's his
okay.
name?
What's
The
his
guy
name?
who like rides a sled bob and then he like crashes into it like ice. He's like, yo, just woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I had a drink, but just send it. And then he like kills himself.
What?
It's so high.
Oh my god.
Well, he doesn't die, but he just like rides like a.
Are you
Okay.
Just.
You good, bro? Okay.
sure?
Alright.
Okay, Taryn.
All right. Okay.
No, seriously. Like, continue. I'll find the guy.
Oh.
Yeah, are you silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Oh my god.
Send it.
Like
Send
this
it.
guy.
Send
Full
it.
send.
Okay.
Full send.
What the? No.
Like that.
What?
Okay. Yeah, I get
Alright.
it. Fair enough. Dude,
Time's up.
it's just not.
What is that
just not
even?
It's just
Continue,
not up.
No, it's not
please.
up. We have quite a while.
Okay, I'm not literally saying like the time on the show.
Can
is
you
up.
just
yeah,
explain
no, but you.
though?
Yeah, explain.
Okay,
like,
it's like
please
whatever you're
elaborate.
doing, like the time is just up. Like
So
time,
stop doing it.
like time's up.
Like
Is that
so
like
it's like
a-
stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, is that
Okay,
'cause, like
okay, you
life
coulda
is
said
short
that.
and all that.
YOLO.
No, there's no.
Oh, what is this?
deeper
Some
meaning.
English analysis. Let's pull that stuff out.
Time's up.
Hmm.
Okay.
You want to play a game? So, this game is Jeanette's gonna name a country and we're gonna.
Okay. How about
we're gonna say the country.
okay? How about okay? For the next minute.
Inside joke. Whoever watched last week. On any case, let's continue.
No. Okay, how about Taryn? You sing a national anthem.
No, I literally just did that.
Cheryl
you
can
spend-
beatbox to
I'd love
Terrence's
to. I feel
national
like people
anthem.
don't like my beatboxing, so if you do,
True.
then thanks.
Do what you want to do. Okay, how are you guys celebrating Halloween next Wednesday?
Ooh,
I'm not
I'm
doing
gonna
anything.
Sleep.
I'm
I don't know. It's gonna be hype though.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go trick or treating.
Do you guys have a costume?
Socks? No.
No. Yeah, me neither.
maybe a low key one.
Like Error 404, like costume not found.
Yeah, but I usually dress up like for the sevens, you know, like that's like when everyone dresses up. And if I
Oh,
were
the
here,
seventh is gonna be hyped this year.
I want it to be Teletubbies for the sevens, but like I can't because I'm not here. This
Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Yeah.
watch Teletubbies?
I did. Teletubbies was my thing.
I used to watch
Teletubbies was
like
so hype.
the Wiggles, you
The
know.
Wiggles,
What
yeah,
is
it was
that?
good.
Yeah, it's like Canadian, right?
It was
Is it?
British, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I love Teletubbies.
Blues
Or-
Clues.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
It's kind of hype.
Who is your favorite Teletubby?
I just don't know.
I
Pinky.
love them all. You
I
know?
like the red one.
On the red one.
red
Bow.
Like
all
there's this one
crazy.
episode where like she was just eating bread in her like bed or something, and she was just being a total rebel, and I was like, yes.
You know, if Teletubbies were in black and white, it'd be like such a scary show if you think about it.
Yeah, I saw a
Yeah.
photo of that.
because they all
Their
look
their designs
they're-
so
they're like-
strange.
robots, but not really. They're
Have
kind of
you
like
seen-
alien
Scary.
robots.
Have you seen the Polar Express?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
I
weird
watched
movie.
that
That's
a long
weird
time ago.
animation. It's too realistic. Like
Okay, who's
know what's
Bing
creepy?
Cha Films? Time is actually up. there.
Coraline is so
Coraline.
creepy.
I loved it.
Her button eyes.
I read it
give me
in year
nightmares.
7.
I read it in year 2. I
so
love that
scary.
book.
So scary. So scary.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
that
same.
scary. Watch Hereditary, guys.
Hereditary. Oh my god, Sophie and I watched Hereditary. It was the scariest film. Like, don't watch it unless you're over 18.
I just
honestly.
We
hate
started
horror
out
movies.
in 2
Yeah.
different seats, and we ended up in the same
in the
seat.
same seat, like
I am
literally, like
not even
almost
joking.
pissing ourselves because we were so scared. It's
That's
such a
pretty
scary,
hype.
such a
I
scary.
just
film.
hate horror movies. I hate that stuff.
Horror movies are
I
funny.
usually like horror
No,
movies,
no,
but
no,
that
no.
movie was over the top.
No,
Cause,
because
yeah,
because I did film and stuff. Like
You have appreciation.
no, like I just don't see the scary factor anymore.
oh really?
Fair
Watch
enough.
Hereditary and then
Watch
say
the
that.
behind the scenes, and it's like actually
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
watched
funny
the-
though. Those are
I
really
watched
funny.
The Nun behind the scenes, and like the
The
actress,
Nun was not even scary.
and then the actress and then like the Nun just suddenly spoke, and it was just so.
Dude, the Nun wasn't scary because I watched Hereditary first.
Do you
and then I
guys
watched
have
The Nun.
any recommendations for good scary movies? Because like it's kind of hard to
Oh,
find.
The Orphan. The Orphan is such a scary movie because
I heard
it's
about
so
that one.
unpredictable. Yeah, I watched it because I thought it was like a nice film about like a family adopting a kid,
No.
but it's
way.
so scary.
No.
Oh my god,
Tons
it's
of
such a
She
scary.
tries to kill the wife, right? And she falls in love with the dad because she's actually like a
30-year-old
35-year-old
woman
girl,
trapped
like,
in a 10-year-old body, which is really scary.
Whew,
Yeah,
that is
it's
messed up. If I've
terrifying.
ever heard of a
Yeah.
messed up
Yeah.
movie.
Okay, guys,
Good movie.
we're on the verge of a news break.
Oof. Okay. Well.
Aw.
Stay educated.
So yeah, we'll be having a news break soon. So tune in. for
After the
our-
news break, we're gonna be playing some games.
talking about time-based art. Yeah.
Sorry.
Talking about time-based art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty fun. Good times. Good times.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
Times.
Shut
almost
up,
up.
Taryn.
No one even knows what that means.
No, but time's actually almost up. now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
True.
Now it's
Okay.
almost up.
Yeah, now, but like the term, like no one gets
No
it.
one gets it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Stay tuned.
Time's
Three,
up,
two,
boys.
one.
Time's up.
0. Okay.
This is Metro Plus, a service of Metro Broadcast. Now the news with Jeanette Gaius.
Saudi Arabia's top diplomat says the global outcry and media focus on the killing of a Saudi journalist earlier this month has become hysterical, as he urged the public to wait for the results of an investigation before ascribing blame to the kingdom's top leadership. Kamal Khashoggi, a Washington Post columnist critical of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, was killed by Saudi agents at the kingdom's consulate in Istanbul on October 2nd. Some of those implicated in Khashoggi's killing are close to Prince Mohammed, who is the kingdom's heir apparent. His condemnation of the killing as heinous and painful has so far failed to ease suspicions that such a high-level operation could have been carried out without his knowledge. Sri Lanka's president suspended parliament even as the prime minister he fired the previous day claimed he has majority support, adding to a growing political crisis in the island nation. Chaminda Gamagi, a spokesman for the parliamentary speaker, confirmed that President Maitrapala Sirisena has suspended parliament until November 16th. The suspension came while ousted Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was holding a news conference in which he asserted that he could prove his majority support in parliament. Sirisena sacked Wickremesinghe and his cabinet and replaced him with former strongman Mahinda Rajapaksa, creating what some observers said could be a constitutional crisis in the South Asian island nation. Wickremesinghe said parliament should be allowed to resolve the political crisis. Sunday's election will be the last time residents of the former Soviet Republic of Georgia get to cast a ballot for president. That's if any of the 25 candidates running gets an absolute majority. Opinion polls suggest that none of the candidates will exceed the 50% needed for a first-round victory, and that the country on the Black Sea will have to choose between Sunday's top two candidates in a November presidential runoff. Under constitutional changes that began in 2010, Georgia is transitioning to being a parliamentary country. After the upcoming president's 6-year term ends, future heads of state will be chosen by delegates. The presidency's power already have been substantially reduced, with the prime minister becoming the country's most powerful politician. Israeli aircraft struck dozens of militant sites across the Gaza Strip as militants fire some 30 rockets into Israel in the heaviest exchange of fire between the bitter enemies in several weeks. The fighting followed a bloody day of border protests in which Israeli forces shot and killed 4 Palestinians protesting along the perimeter fence dividing Hamas-ruled Gaza and Israel. The sudden burst of fighting and bloodshed complicated the mission of Egyptian mediators, who have intensified shuttle diplomacy to achieve calm and prevent a full-blown conflict between the militant Hamas group and Israel. The Israeli military said it had struck some 80 sites across Gaza by early Saturday morning, including a security headquarters building. The military said air raid sirens surrounded throughout the night in southern Israel, with militants firing some 30 rockets. The death toll in an eastern China coal mine collapse has risen to 11, with 10 miners still trapped underground. 1 week after the disaster, rescue crews are clearing fallen rock from the shaft, with the remaining miners believed to be located 74 meters below the surface. The official Xinhua news agency said rescuers were making progress, but gave no indication of when they expected to break through. More than 300 people were inside the mine at the time of the collapse. China had the world's deadliest coal mines, but safety has improved considerably with more modern equipment, better training, and the closure of most of the smallest, most dangerous mines. China is by far the world's biggest consumer of coal.
Metro Plus, your radio weather.
Cloudy periods tonight, mainly fine and dry during the day tomorrow. Cooler in the morning and at night. The minimum temperature will be about 21 degrees in the urban areas and a couple of degrees lower in the new territories. The maximum temperature will be around 26 degrees tomorrow. Moderate north to northeasterly winds. Relative humidity stands at 63%. For the outlook, cooler in the morning and at night, and the following few days, fine and dry during the day. The yellow fire danger warning is in force. And that's the weather from your radio, plus 1044.
To prevent avian flu, you should avoid touching birds, poultry or their droppings, and wash hands frequently. Make sure that all foods from poultry, including eggs, are thoroughly cooked before eating. When traveling outside Hong Kong, avoid visiting poultry markets and farms. Do not bring any birds or poultry back home. If you develop fever and respiratory symptoms after your trip, wear a mask and consult your doctor explaining your travel history. For information, please call the Department of Health's hotline at 2833 0111.
Welcome back to
Campus Radio.
And so we're going to be talking about time-based art. So
What is time-based art?
Okay, so recently in visual arts, we've been looking into time-based art, and essentially it's like art that sort of records like the passing of time, kind of. So for example, something like taking a photo of your hair every day and like watching it grow.
Was that like
sort of
1 second a day?
Yeah, kind of. It's like a representation of time, except like you're like sort of photographing like the same sort of thing. So one of the artists we researched was called Teching Xie. He's this Taiwanese artist, and he basically did this thing where he like forced himself to clock in to this like time clock thing, you know, like those jobs you have and you kind of clock in. So like he forced himself to do that every day for like every single hour of the day for a whole year, and it like really put like a huge constraint on his life because he had to wake up like
Every single hour of the day.
yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
every hour.
crazy.
It's gonna mess up your
Wow.
sleep
So
schedule.
like, and he would like take a photo of himself every hour to like show himself, and like I guess like the piece
How long did he do that for?
whole year.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
that's commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then like his hair, you can see like his hair like grow longer, like because he shaved it. You can see the progression of time like throughout.
I used to watch
that.
videos like that on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, there's like weight loss videos like that, and there's also like taking a picture of your kid growing up. So
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Feels kind of invasive.
Do you guys like what would you guys do if you had to do a time-based piece? Something.
Well, I already do like 1 second a day. I don't know if that counts.
But that's like a video, which is really cool.
You could do video.
Yeah, I think probably like if I like my dog growing up, you know, I think that's pretty cool.
What would you do?
Oh, that'd be so
Ooh,
cute.
that would be sick, actually. I actually don't know. There's so many things you could do.
True.
Or have you guys seen the video of this dude who walked from
Ooh, nails growing. That's high.
or you know, that guy
Seriously, that takes
who
so
walked
long to
from
grow.
Do
That's
it.
true.
one place to another, and he like took a photo of himself every day. You can see his hair grow longer, and he's like, you know, have you seen that?
I
It's like a
think so.
photo a day. He walks from one destination to another.
I've not.
Oh
seen
yeah, it's
that.
a cross-country destination. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we did something like that. Like, I don't know, like a picture every day.
Yeah, I'm doing a second a day, which Sophie did 2018.
Oh, you're doing it?
I'm doing that for 2019
Ah.
because that's the last year of the decade, so of the tens.
Oh,
the
true.
So
Oh
I
my
want to like
gosh.
remember that year because it's the last. So
That's cool.
Oh, we're entering a new Roaring 20s.
Roaring 20s.
The Roaring
Now,
20s.
okay, when we refer to the 20s, will we be referring to the 1920s or the 2020s?
1920s, but now it's gonna be
yeah.
like 2020s.
The soaring 20s.
True. Okay. Do you guys want to start playing the game now?
The
Sure.
Would You Rather
Okay, our first dilemma.
PG version.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go first. 'cause
No.
I
I will.
okay, Sophie. All right,
Okay,
I'll go next.
You get $10 million US. But for the rest of your life, there is a super snail that is invincible, and kills you by touching you. It follows you, trying to kill you, and it can board all forms of transportation. What are you gonna do?
Not take the money, obviously,
I'll
because that's
take that
just
money all day.
Dude, just wear like a morph suit.
No,
I don't wanna-
No, just
What if you're
get the cash and then
sharing?
just buy like 2 mansions on each side of the world and then just
Or why don't you?
fly.
Oh, right, you
each
can't kill the snail.
It's a snail. Like it's not gonna move.
Why don't you
It'll
try?
be in customs for like 3 weeks. Like, come on.
Why don't you just
How big is the
capture
nail
the
again?
snail?
snail. How big is the snail?
It doesn't say. Like,
Well, if it's
I
like
don't
this
know.
big, you
If
can
it's
just
this big, you
capture
can-
it.
What if
And
it's like a
also-
giant
And,
ass?
and,
like,
but the thing is, it's invincible. So if it touches you
Okay,
while
no,
you're
that doesn't make
sleeping,
any sense. What's the snail invincible gonna do?
just pour
Like,
salt on it.
dude, it's
But
not
it's
gonna
invincible.
die.
Just like keep it in captivity for like.
Yeah,
a
I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
break out.
There are too
Super
many
snail.
uncertainties.
Oh, super snail.
That's
It would
basically
take a
death
year
or
to get-
the money.
Death or money.
Yeah,
It's
death or
just
money.
Death or money.
It's
but
invisible and it tries to
If
kill
I
you.
started,
Death
if it
by
started
snail.
right now and I went back home to Tin Hao, it wouldn't get there.
It can board transportation.
Think about it. No, that doesn't make any sense. It gets on the
Clearly, it
train,
doesn't make any sense.
and then it's gonna like just, it's gonna go into the
Yeah,
train.
but let's say
It's gonna go
it
in the
gets
crack
your-
of the train.
no,
like, between the
it can't even
platform.
get on the train. And if it's in the taxi, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, but imagine living
Kingsley
in
Road,
fear.
go inside," and then it's like, "Okay, get off the taxi." It's like, It's gonna take like 2 weeks to get off the taxi.
Yeah, but what if you get on a taxi one day and the snail happens to be there and you sit on it, you die right away?
It won't be there.
Yeah, well, what if you?
It's chasing you. If you get on the
What if
taxi,
it-
then you're just
Okay,
dumb.
let's say it
What are you
gets like right outside your house, right? And you're
What are you
just
gonna
walking,
do?
and you accidentally step on it, boom, you die. You know.
No, but he's wearing shoes.
Taryn,
right?
Yeah, but
Taryn,
still, it's
what if
not-
you're sleeping and it's like in the corner of your room and just
It's still gonna take like 2 weeks.
no,
It's
it's
not
not.
gonna
Snails
take
are
2
not
weeks
that.
to
Okay, if you see the snail, you can literally watch it
But
for
what
like
if you're
3 hours.
sleeping?
Just like, come on,
Okay,
come
I
on,
don't
and then
really
it comes
know
close. It's like, oh,
Sophie,
no.
did you think about this?
No, my brother told me he did this Would You Rather in his campus radio and they talked about it for 30 minutes.
Nah.
Stupid snail.
I would say-
Imagine like
Okay, would you do it or not?
No, because I don't want
Okay,
death.
then you guys are just.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
No,
do
I
it.
wouldn't risk it. Like
yeah.
S-car go, am
you
I
step,
right?
like imagine not looking where you're going. you
Dude,
step
life
on it,
is
you
full
die.
of risk,
It's
Cheryl.
chasing you, and it's a snail. Look, if we started right now, I'm not even lying. If the snail was right there, we'd finish the podcast, and it wouldn't even come. Back.
Yes, it would. It's not.
It'd be
that
like
slow.
here, and I can literally just go like this, and it comes here.
And then
Oh,
what if
like
you
that.
what if you weren't looking? You know, what
Yeah,
if you
what
were
if you're, like,
gaming? It touches you,
sleeping?
you die right away. You know, life is too
Oh
precious.
my
I
God,
wouldn't.
You
Cheryl,
have to-
it's a snail. How is it gonna get in the
You
house?
only die once.
How
Ted.
will it
You
get
only
in the
die
It
house?
goes in the creek. The creek.
It's a snail. It has a big ass shell. It's not gonna creak.
No.
through the
no,
ground.
no
if it's this big and
profanity.
you don't see it.
Wait, dude, imagine if like on your grave it said death by snail.
Dude,
that would be
think
like
it's
the
like-
saddest
like-
thing ever.
Yeah,
I'd-
but I had
I'd
$10
still
million
do it.
dollars. So
Like,
I'm,
I'd still
I'm
do
not
it.
Gonna,
But
just
like
gonna
think
flex
about
it.
like what if you're sleeping or
It's
like you're like
invincible.
you're
Yeah.
like
You
showering.
can't ever camp again. You know, because like
I know. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to take for $10 million. 10.
Yeah, but what?
Yeah.
Okay, what if you take the 10 million but you die tomorrow?
That doesn't make any
snail.
sense.
No.
The snail's not gonna catch
Like
me.
with a snail like
Dude,
kills you by
Taryn,
tomorrow.
You never know.
I do know.
Life
It's a
is
snail.
full
Alright.
of uncertainties.
okay, next
it's a
one.
snail. It's not happening.
Would you guys rather know the date of your death or the circumstance of your death?
Date.
Circumstance.
Circumstance.
So, are you guys
Date.
dumb?
Are you stupid?
Oh my God! If you knew the circumstance, you die because of a car accident. You'll never get into a car again.
Well, if you know the date, then like you're just gonna
Then
be
I'll
anxious.
just live my
like,
life to the
imagine
fullest till
that
that
day
date.
being so scared of whatever it is. You know.
No, I'd be accepting of it.
That,
Time's
I
come.
feel like
Time's up.
dude,
Time's actually
Shut
up.
up. Circumstance.
Taryn, but what if the date's like in 2 weeks? Then you're just gonna be like
Then I'm gonna send it so hard.
okay,
you don't
actually
even
no.
know.
I think I'm gonna switch sides. I feel like if
I
you knew
think
the
I would-
circumstance, you just be really
Yeah.
anxious.
Yeah, of course.
I think
Yeah.
I would
No.
do the
Oh,
date.
you're gonna die because of like those like Cantonese photos like in the
Snail.
buildings, and it's like, oh yeah, don't
Snail.
throw ACs out the window. You can kill people. Yeah, it's like, what if
Snail.
you die because of an AC like dropped out of a window? It's
No,
like,
but it's something I
you'll
can't
never
control.
leave your building.
No, it's
That's
you.
true.
You wouldn't do that because you know that you're gonna die either way because of that. So you're just gonna live your life, and one day it's gonna happen to you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You know?
Yeah, but I'd
Dude,
rather
you're gonna
know
be
when.
so anxious about whatever
yeah,
that
Cheryl,
thing is.
there's no way.
No, there's no way I would
If you
choose
know,
date,
if you
I would
knew,
choose the date.
oh,
I
you
would not.
die
Dude, like
because
if you knew you're gonna die because
if
of
you
like
knew you died because
like a
the
school
bus-
shooting,
Oh, that
you're never going to like.
You're
that's
never going back to
terrifying.
I
school.
will because I know that either
That's
way, if I
just
do go to
dumb
school
then.
or not go to school, I'm gonna die the same way. So
But also, you'd know that it's gonna happen, and you'd have to talk to all your classmates, all your like teachers.
No, you
and
wouldn't.
Everyone's just gonna be in fear. Like,
Yeah, and then that person's gonna be
anticipating
like,
that.
"Time's up. It's about to go." They know what's happening.
okay, you know what?
Let's
I
roll out the guns.
agree to disagree.
Okay, so for
James.
my
Roll out the
standpoint,
straps.
okay, I would say date because then I would be able to,
Yeah,
like,
I agree,
you know, go
date.
for everything before that date. you
Yeah.
know?
Thank you.
I agree.
That was my line.
That does make
Time's up.
sense.
I'm sorry. That's no one answers date. No one.
No, I don't. agree.
Cheryl answers.
No.
date.
Yeah,
Cheryl.
no, I
Wait,
would
wait,
not
wait.
wanna
We're
know.
answering date. She's the one who's
No,
not.
date is
answering
just
sorry.
date.
scary.
I'm sorry. No one answers
Yeah.
like the way.
Like the thing is, let's say someone's telling you you're gonna die in 10 years. Are you gonna bother with IB? Are you gonna bother with school? No, of course
Yeah,
not.
and
Well,
then the
that's
moment I'm done,
good.
I'm gonna send
Then
it
you're gonna
so
die with no
hard.
regrets.
You
No,
don't even
okay,
know.
What about 5
The
years?
send is on.
5 years. You
Wait,
have 5 more
years and buy IB.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
if I have 5 years to live, then I wouldn't even do this. Then I wouldn't have spent time with
That's
friends. I wouldn't
not a
even
bad
bother going to
thing.
college. You know?
That's not a bad
No, of
thing.
I
course
would just, like,
would.
No.
I
I'd
just
probably
send it to her and then be
travel.
like, "Yeah, I'm dying in 5 years."
Dude,
Like,
if you
okay.
have 5 years left, like just do everything you want.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Who cares?
5 years from now, what would I be in?
5
I'd
years.
probably like just starting my last year of university.
Yeah.
You know what that happening that summer then? we're going ham.
No. What I mean is that like you're still gonna bother with IB. You're still gonna bother with college apps and stress and all that if you know that you have 5 years left. Like
Yes.
you will. You're gonna go through that. No, if I had 5 years left, I would just start partying.
Okay,
from,
but like,
this
why
day.
is that a bad thing?
You'd want to die before.
But you'd party so much that you get
Oh,
tired.
wait,
not
hold
party.
up.
No, I don't mean party as in like
this
party.
is I just
mean,
thought
like,
of a
hang
paradox.
out with
I
friends.
just thought of a paradox.
Yeah, go.
What if you found out when you died, and then you were really sad about it, so you wanted to kill yourself?
No one.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Shoot. What if you knew when you were gonna die, and you're like, shoot, I don't want to do this. Let me just kill myself.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, man. I don't think
That's kinda
anyone
scary.
want to do that because if you know when you're gonna die, you might as
And
well.
then
like,
the
live
thing
your
will
life
tell
to the
you
best.
you're gonna die tomorrow, and it's like, whoa, maybe I just want to kill myself.
No.
Hold up, this is
Do
crazy.
you think the date can change?
I don't
Wait,
know.
dude, if there's a certain date, then does that mean that like if you ever get in any fatal car accidents, like you're just not
Oh
gonna
my
die?
god, that'd be so sad. I just start jumping off.
You know what?
buildings.
Wait, you know what I mean? Like, like
I'm
would
never
you
gonna die.
would you be like enabled to change the date, or would it?
No, you can't change the date.
So then you could literally just do.
You could be
stupid
invincible
stuff and,
until
like,
that
yeah.
day.
Yeah, but
We about to.
let's say
send it.
you jump off a building.
Yo.
No. The thing is,
actually,
it doesn't
let's
mean
say-
that you're prone to injuries. No, you're not prone to injuries because you can jump off a building, crack your neck, be paralyzed for the rest of your life
that is
until
true.
that day you die.
That's true.
And then you're just gonna be stuck in a
Yeah, and then I
wheelchair.
tell them to throw me up another building in the wheelchair
Why do you want to experience that pain?
because it's lit.
Because
No, it's not good because you're gonna be in so much pain until the day you die, but not die. Like,
Yeah, and
imagine
then
that.
okay.
If I'm in too
that's
much
worse
pain,
than
I'll
death.
just kill myself.
You can't because
I'll
you
get a
can't.
gun.
You can't. Dude, a gun. You'll feel every part of the pain, but you can't die because you have to die by that car accident that you're.
Fine, I
supposed
won't
to.
jump off
That's
buildings.
true.
I'll just send it.
Oh my
Okay.
You
god.
just send.
Wait, what about like
Okay.
people who are like in the
Levin,
hospital?
hello, Levin.
11.
Okay.
Okay. What about like those people who are living in the hospital who are just sort of like waiting for their deaths? Like they're told they have 6 months to live.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
like
you're
me
gonna feel
before
like.
you. You know, like how the dude was like, I'm gonna
Or like
organize my
the guy
death,
who
you know?
sang the Cloud song.
Oh, that's so sad. But he had to die. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, that's so sad.
like,
That's
What
actually.
song?
so he just
It's
sort of
like
did everything
basically
he
this
wanted
guy.
to.
who has
Wait.
who had cancer.
Yeah.
He like made a song and everything because that's what he wanted.
Because
to do.
he wanted to leave behind something nice for the world.
Yeah.
So sad.
It was so sad. Oh my god,
Like,
that was
That
such
just
a good
draws
song.
parallels to what I would do. Oh my god. No contrast. Sorry.
What
I
do you
just
mean?
would not make a song. I just send it. Like go out every day.
Well, like,
Okay.
can you
Maybe
even
they
make
can
a song,
sing.
though? You
I
know,
can't sing. Okay.
you can sing the national anthem for us.
What?
Amelia Clark.
She's so pretty.
She's gorgeous.
Who's that?
I don't know, but
Amelia, Game of Thrones
Game
girl.
of Thrones. Yeah. Okay,
Game
next one. I got one.
Okay, what's that?
Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life or always be surrounded by annoying people?
I think
Always
annoying
be
people.
surrounded by.
oh,
I would go
dude, I
crazy.
don't,
Dude, no,
wait,
being
wait,
alone
wait,
is like,
Taryn, Taryn,
like
Taryn.
for the rest of your
What
life.
what
is scary.
extent of annoying? Because like some people are just irritating, but some people
Like like for your standards
one?
annoying. I guess for your standards annoying. So like people that you can't tolerate.
oh god.
So-
Wait,
Of course annoying, cause like
I'd like end my life either way.
no, cause
Oh,
like for annoying you
Jesus.
can learn to tolerate, but alone like being alone for the rest of your life is so scary if you think about it. Even if
Okay,
you're an introvert. you know?
Alone, like meaning no humans or like also no animals. And, like,
like no humans or animals.
Okay.
What about
Alone.
social media?
Like,
Does that
still-
count as
Dude,
being
dude, what about
alone?
FaceTime?
But like you're never gonna no, that's still not alone because you're talking to
Google
someone.
Hangout.
Oh, Google
Siri.
Hangouts. What is this archaic?
Ian says he would rather be alone, and I don't know why, because being alone for the rest of your life is such a scary thing. Like, not actually, like you won't ever talk to someone again unless you're talking to yourself, which is not even talking to someone.
You would go crazy.
Yeah, like people would, because I think humans are like
Social.
like
animals.
social animals. Yeah, exactly. Like, like people. No.
Okay.
No.
No,
Next
I'd
one.
rather be with annoying people. I
Yeah.
think.
Next one. Would you? Where is it? Oh yeah. Would you rather be poor but help people, or become incredibly rich by hurting people?
Poor.
Become incredibly rich.
Really?
No.
No,
I'd
because
feel too
I'm only
guilty.
becoming incredibly rich by
Taryn,
hurting them. And then I'll
Malesh
just
wants
give
to
them the
ask you a
cash.
question. Read the chat.
Oh Jesus.
What's the value of Tin House property?
Dude, he has his computer open as well.
Okay. Oh, guys, I have a really good one. Okay, would you rather spend 1 year in prison alone or 3 years in prison
Ian,
with your
who?
best friend?
3 years in prison with my best friend for days.
3 years in prison with your best friend.
Wait,
or
why
1
not?
year
Wait,
alone.
are we just skipping the one that Karen just asked?
No, we just answered.
Ask anything, right?
I did.
No. What did you
did.
say?
The rich, poor.
Oh.
No, we said everyone said poor.
No,
Well,
Karen
No.
said rich.
You said rich. Jing, what do you say?
Why? Why rich?
Probably poor, because I always like guilt trip myself.
Rich, because like I just send it. and
No,
then just, like,
that's still
No,
money.
because I'm only becoming rich by hurting people, and then once I get the money, I'll just give them the money back.
But
Okay.
it depends, like how, like if
no,
you're killing
but
them.
that's still
Oh,
not. That's like
true.
that's manipulating the circumstance with the question.
Oh,
Okay, guys, 3 years with your best friend, 1 year alone in prison.
wait, actually,
1 year
might be 1 year alone. Actually,
alone.
Yeah, 1 year.
1
alone.
year alone.
Like in isolation or just like on your own.
It's fine, dude. Just
like
like, 1
isolation.
year. Who
but
cares?
like in a cell with your best friend, I think that's like so fun, and you can like.
It's just not. You're in prison. Like, you're
I
gonna
mean,
be
yeah,
eating
okay,
some
okay.
you guys are
dude.
gonna,
I don't know.
You
Oh.
guys are gonna find each other so annoying after like a certain
Okay,
amount
no
of
wait,
time.
I don't know.
think it
Or
would
you're
be 1
significant.
year.
I think 3
1 year.
years, because like I can make the most out of it. I can write a book. I
I
can,
mean,
like,
depends
do
like how
it someday.
strict your
Yeah,
thing
it
is. Like,
depends on
if
where
you're
you're
in. If you're in
incarcerated.
24/7 isolation, like that's kind of like bad. But if you're like 3 years, but you get to kind of like walk around.
Yeah, actually,
and go out
when
and
I asked
stuff.
that question, I made that question like 2 years, but like 2 years definitely with a best friend, but like 3 years it makes me like doubt more.
No,
you know?
I feel like I definitely do the 1 year alone.
really I would
I mean,
I don't
depends
want to
how
be eating
alone you
doo doo
are.
for food.
what
The prison food's gross.
I know, but
need
like
my food.
I think
Ooh, have you guys seen those like prison recipes where they take like like prison like things you can buy from their like the prison store? Like they like literally crumble up ramen and like Doritos and make it into some like,
orange is the
weird,
new black.
yeah,
Burrito.
just kind of
Yeah.
like some weird Dorito burrito thing.
Okay.
Okay, next one. Let's go.
Does anyone have any else?
Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
Anyone but
Anyone
myself.
but myself. Otherwise, I get too self-obsessed with what's gonna happen, and I just
Yeah.
freak out about everything, and I'd be too
Yeah,
anxious to
exactly.
actually just live without knowing what's gonna happen.
Facts.
I think other people, because then
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
kind of impress them. Like, oh, like I'm a
You know? No,
psychic.
I just would rather not know what I'm gonna do, because then I'm just gonna freak out and not do it.
Be
and
kind
then-
of cool.
Sometimes you ought to go through life without thinking, without like doubting yourself. You know, just like
But yeah,
stop
like
thinking.
yeah, obviously,
True.
like I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I would get too absorbed. I would get too worried.
Also,
about what would
ignorance is
happen.
bliss to a certain
Yeah.
extent. You know.
Taryn, check the computer.
Malash. No.
Ask Taryn. His food or parents' food? I mean, prison food or his food?
Okay, Taryn, what would you do?
I just send it.
Oh my god.
Wait, can you remind me of the question again?
What was the question?
Cheryl.
I can't
Oh,
remember.
10 minutes into your future or
You
10
asked-
minutes
I
into
asked
everyone?
this.
Dude, you didn't answer though.
You didn't answer.
Oh, 10 minutes in my own future.
Your own? Are you kidding?
I'm
Why?
not kidding.
No, you wouldn't.
I just send it.
No, you wouldn't.
my
gosh.
gosh.
I'm like,
'cause
when
you
they're
wouldn't-
asking what time would you specify to the time I send it. Okay, that's
don't
pretty
get
hype.
it.
Come on.
Stop.
You're actually a yig.
Would you guys rather skip 5 years of your life or go through your entire life from the age of 5?
Wait, what do you mean go through?
Like-
my entire life from the age of 5.
Your entire life, but with the knowledge you have now.
Yes, I regret so many things.
No, but imagine you in year 1 with the knowledge of a year
Dude,
12
that's hype.
and like talking to everyone as like babies.
Cheryl, I'll become a millionaire.
No, you wouldn't because by the
Yes,
time you get to
yes.
year 12, you're going to be like dumbed down to their level.
No, wait.
Oh,
Wait,
actually,
you can
no.
do research and stuff.
No. Like you can't. No, Taryn. In the sense that you can't change anything.
Time's up.
No, you can't
Time's
change anything in your
actually
past.
up.
You just have to live everything again, but you can't change anything else. You just in your brain, you just know everything from.
If I knew
year 12.
everything I knew right now and I just went back to the age of 5, I'd send it so
No, but you
hard.
can't do anything differently. So you're literally a soul living in a 5-year-old body with the mind of a year 12.
No, that's not what you said. I can
No, but imagine
act
this.
as a 5-year-old and I just
No, not
I'd
act as a
kinda dumb,
5-year-old.
And then the moment I get to year 7, I'd just be like, yo, give me extra work. And then I just escalate so hard that I just become a genius. And then
No,
come the
no,
rich.
that's saying that you can change circumstances. You
You're
can't
so
change
money-minded.
anything. You can't change
No,
anything.
I'm just
but
a money player.
no, like in this sense, okay, in this like would you rather question, you can't change anything in your past. You just go to your 5-year-old self and
And
you
you
do
know
everything
what's
the
going to
exact
happen.
same thing. So you're gonna live what, like 10 years or 11 years, the exact
Oh no,
same.
that sucks. The only reason to go back in time was to change everything.
I know, but what if you can't? What if you can't change anything?
I'd start
I'd skip
gambling.
Malesh has a
years.
would you rather,
I
guys.
skip 5 years. Like,
What is it?
Would you rather be in
5
school for
years.
20 years or work in McDonald's for 2 years after you're 13?
So another 20 years or like because we're
like
gonna.
the whole
Total.
thing is 20 years.
Oh no, I would work at McDonald's for 2 years after you're 13.
Yeah.
Same.
It's not even that bad. Jillian worked at
Yeah.
McDonald's for
Dopey.
summer.
Dopey.
Okay, wait. Guys,
called-
Time's up, Dopey.
Dopey.
that was kind of hype. Okay.
Dorito burrito.
Dorito burrito. Okay. Okay.
Continue.
Would you guys rather lose
No,
your phone
wait, dude,
forever
guys,
or
guys,
lose your computer?
Guys, we're playing the third song at
Bruno.
8:27.
Yeah. Okay. That question first. Lose your
We
phone
have
forever or
10
lose your computer.
seconds, Cheryl.
Sophie, stop talking over me.
Computer. No.
Computer?
Actually.
No, phone. I would ditch my phone
Cheryl,
forever.
time's up.
It's not. time
Thank
up,
you.
Sophie.
Time's
It's
up.
not.
See ya.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
we're playing You
out.
Only Live Once by The Strokes. Just think about life, make some great decisions,
Thanks
and
for tuning
bye.
in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Time's
Time's
up,
up.
boys.
Time's up.
Time is officially.
Time
up.
is up.